now let's move to Anambra, where we have our correspondent Victor Mbadike joining us all the way from Awka. Victor, good evening. Can you tell us how Anambra is today now that the elections are over?
Oh, anything that has a beginning surely has an end. The elections are over and everyone seems to have gone back to their business. For those who have shops, they've gone on to open your shops. So those who do public transport have gone on to do their own thing. So it's basically back to normal in Anambra State. I'm still in the capital city, Awka South, and everywhere seems like an election never took place. Because they just want to go back to what they were doing as quick and as fast as possible. So in terms of what it is like in the town right now, it's all back to normal. You can see around me vehicles, going about their business. But again, you also understand that it's, today is Monday. Like I said earlier, you expect that you will not meet vehicles out doing their thing because of the sit-at-home order. But that's a little different because this is the capital city. You expect that they will have some level of protection, from police or armies that are around, the capital base because of the government house, state assembly, judicial, and all of that that surrounds them. So. But if you go to the hinterland, you might not even find a single bike on the streets. That's how much they respect the sit-at-home order. But aside from that, everything seems to be back to normal right here in the capital city of Anambra State, Awka.
Right. We can see a lot of cars moving. So, Victor, were you able to speak to any residents to find out how their mood were? What was their reaction when the results was declared?
They're all satisfied. I mean, for a sitting governor to garner as much as over 400,000 votes, you look at even those who are closest to him in terms of numbers, it's nowhere close. I mean, the margin is so wide. That tells you how the organic love and preference for Charles Soludo to remain or return as governor of the state. So they seem satisfied, although that sometimes some residents of the state might be a little emotional about the party that Charles Soludo flew on, which is Awka. Awka is a very emotional party to the state, particularly Southeast generally, because of the influence and the personality of the late Odumegwu Ojukwu. So they felt that it was important to keep to that party and keep to that, whether or not they like Charles Soludo as a governor or not, was immaterial. Aside that, they felt that he's not done badly, aside from his tax policy that a lot of them were complaining about and hoping that he helps reduce that burden on the state citizens. So basically, they seem satisfied. They are not really bothered about other candidates who lost. So they are okay, at least from what I garnered from most of the residents who spoke to us. So they're okay, they're fine. So good luck to Charles Soludo, and hopefully in the next 4 years he would make their lives much better in terms of delivering dividends of democracy, in terms of road infrastructure, for instance, that some of them complain about, in terms of the huge, so much tax imposition on the citizens, and every other thing that they feel that the government should, do better as far as governing the state is concerned. So the next 4 years is what Charles Soludo would have to change the narrative for the people of Anambra State.
Okay, so Victor, before you go, based on the result that we've seen, there's the margin between Governor Charles Soludo and the other candidates was, very enormous. It was, really huge. Have you been able to hear if any other candidates who lost, if they've indicated any plans to challenge the result in court? So it seems I've lost our correspondent Victor Mbadike all the way from Anambra State.